minigame circuit. This one is kind of different and weird and a little interesting. It's a race where you win minigames to get to roll a dice block to move along the track.
So, being good at the game, which might be random, lets you maybe be good at the game based on random.
Yes. So here's the rules. You win the minigame in order to hit the dice block. You hit the dice block, you move that many spaces, because that's how the dice blocks works. But if you lose a duel or a Bowser minigame, then you have to go backwards. First player to get all the way around the track wins. And when they chose, they do like a little hopping animation in their car that hops, because cars can hop in the Mushroom World. We've seen this many times.
Yes.
And they all have like a little unique animation of the thing with their hopping car. And then you also each get 2 mushroom capsules and a super mushroom capsule. Use the capsule before a minigame to increase the number of dice that you'll get if you win that minigame.
Okay. Do you get to know the minigame you're going to play?
Yes. So, first, it determines the minigame. It'll do like this random thing of determining what category of game. Because of the way that it does it, it's almost always 2v2. There's a 50% chance that it's 2v2 or something. I don't remember what the actual odds are off the top of my head. Anyway, here's what the track looks like.
Okay,
overall.
and there's dual and Bowser space.
Yeah, there's all these dual spaces and Bowser spaces that you can land on along the way. Unfortunately, you don't get the option to like do the zoom and look around the map to see like all the little side stuff around. I like doing that, but... So, yeah, you can see it showed what the game was, defuse or lose, and then you get to choose afterwards whether you want to use a dice block. And whoever wins the game, you know, all of the players who won the game get to roll their dice, and they move forward, and then it goes on to the next game. So, on a tie, nobody moves.
Yay.
Like if it's a 4-way tie. I think. Every, like, 5 turns, it does, like, this little thing that shows, you know, who's in what places, and gives a little encouraging message to whoever's in last. So, using a capsule, you can, you know, pop the thing and use the capsule, and, you know, everyone gets to know you've used the capsule. It shows, like, the little icon on there, as usual, for... the capsule used. At least one capsule's been used. This could be very exciting! And yeah, if you win the game, then the capsule activates and you get to roll the 2 or 3 dice blocks based on whether you'd used the regular or the super mushroom. And you can see here, Mario has the mushroom icon, but Mario did not win the game. So, after the people who actually won the game get their rolls, that icon just goes away. So, if you use a capsule but lose the game, then it's wasted. If you land on a duel space, then you initiate a duel. You select an opponent. You can select any opponent that isn't at the starting line. Anyone who's at the starting line will not be available as a choice. So, when you land on a duel space, you are never at risk. The opponent that you choose, if you defeat them in the duel, they have to go backwards. If you lose that duel, though, you don't go backwards. So, if everybody else is at the starting line, nobody can accept the challenge. That's too bad.
Can't go back more than last.
And here just to show if the person who... If there's only one person allowed to pick, then it doesn't give you the choice, and you can't go back any further than start.
We don't believe in negative integers.
And yeah, as you see there, when you land on the space, if you lose the challenge, then you don't go anywhere.
Bowser!
Bowser space! Comes Bowser! Each Bowser space has a little platform off to the side for Bowser to land on.
So he doesn't have to be in the middle of the road.
So he stops down, and here I am! I got a minigame for you all, and you all get to play! All losers move back, when I say so! And it picks the game of the three, and all of the people who lost have to roll a dice. Or Bowser rolls the dice, and then everybody who lost moves back that many spaces. And, of course, you can't go back any further than the starting line.
Just not doing well.
And, interestingly, this happens, like, in the middle of things. So, if the first player lands on a Bowser space, here, you know what, no one lost, there's no loser, I guess I'll let it go. So yeah, like, if player 1 lands on a Bowser space, then after the Bowser game, if player 2 won the previous minigame, they'll still get to roll their die after the Bowser game, and the moving backwards, potentially. So, when somebody crosses the finish line, then game is over. Whoever crossed the line wins.
You've crossed the line!
And that concludes the Thrill-A-Minute minigame circuit. That's that, and if multiple players cross the line during the same turn, then they will both win. I think. I forget. We'll see. Yeah, Mario and Luigi finished at the same time, so they used a dice block to break the tie, right? Because there's got to be a winner.
Yeah, of course. We can't have cooperation. Not allowed.
And then just to show off, here's what the animations for each of the other characters look like with their hopping cars. Wario doesn't hop his car.
Huh.
You just sort of like...
Just Waluigi.
Yeah, just Waluigi, no. Toad hops out of his car.
Toad's car hops him.
And Boo and the Koopa Kid. And that's minigame circuit.